I, 22M, found out I'm an affair child that my father had 22 years ago.
Mr.reddit.
So, I recently found out something that's really messing with me. My father had an affair with my mom 22 years ago, and she had no idea he was married at the time. They dated for about 3 years. He got her pregnant, and she only found out he was married when she was already 4 months pregnant with me. When my mom confronted him, he just left. No explanations, no apologies. To this day, I don't think his wife or family even knows about me or the affair. My mom tried to track him down back then, but she couldn't find anything. My mom was totally innocent in this. She had no clue he was married until it was too late. He destroyed his own family and left her alone to raise me. Now, I've been trying to figure out where he lives. But I'm really conflicted about whether I should confront him or not. Part of me wants to show up and expose him for what he did, but another part of me thinks it might cause more problems for everyone involved. I don't know what to do, and I guess I just needed to get this off my chest. Has anyone else been through something like this? Should I confront him, or let it go?
First date in 2 years went too good, but that is a bad thing. An hour before we were supposed to meet, he wrote to me apologizing because he forgot to tell me that he is leaving the city in a week for 2 months. He simply didn't realize he is leaving that soon. I decided to meet him anyway, because I had no expectations in the first place, and I was already in his city, 1 hour away from where I am newly based. It was the best date ever. We spoke so much, which never happened to me before. We're similar in some ways, and speaking to him was so smooth, and I felt really shy about liking him. He studied math and physics, but he also appreciates art a lot, which he wants to be more surrounded by. He is smart, but not a pseudo-intellectual. He was just really great. We started at drinks, grabbed food in a cool and cozy Japanese restaurant, and he took me to some viewpoints where we sat, listened to each other's music for a little, as we had 72% Spotify blend match. I was so shy and almost thought he wasn't into me, but then we kissed. He initiated it, and it felt dreamy. It's been so long since I liked anyone. But he is leaving. I hope he does not forget about me. I don't want to be attached to people I barely know, but I am leaving my mind open and free. If it's not meant to be, it won't be. That's my mindset. I don't regret going on this date, but it's just crazy to me that it happens like this. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is, right? Sad face.
Boyfriend doesn't understand that I look the way I do because I diet. My boyfriend is the most wonderful, caring, and loving man in the world, so please don't take any of this to be super negative or angry. It's more of a small rant that I keep rehashing in my mind. I will admit that I've struggled with food in the past, so I have an understanding of what it's like to overcome anorexia. For me, being recovered means that I eat enough food to be functional, and I allow myself to go out to eat a couple times a month. I know that's not everyone's definition of having a healthy relationship with food, but it's leagues above how I used to be, and I'm proud of how far I've come. My boyfriend gets really worried when I comment on calories or stress about certain ingredients being in recipes that he makes. I try my absolute best not to, but it's so ingrained in my mind after years of being anorexic that it just comes out sometimes without me even thinking about it. He really wants me to feel comfortable eating anything, and I appreciate the sentiment, but my problem comes from him always telling me how beautiful he thinks I am. He tells me that I'm the most beautiful girl he's ever seen and that he absolutely loves my body. I love the compliments, but whenever he starts worrying about my habits with food, I just want to tell him that he loves the way I look because I have such strict food rules. I wouldn't look how I do if I ate whatever I wanted or didn't count calories. Typing all of this out makes me sound crazy. But it's a constant thought I've been having recently. He's started cooking for me more often, that I don't know how to share with him. I want to be skinny and be perfectly healthy, but I don't know how to do that.
I don't know why my girlfriend chose me. My girlfriend is asleep in my bed next to me right now, but I just can't stop thinking about how much I don't deserve to both have her and for her to be here. I despise myself so much and can't help but think how much better off she would be without me, as she's way out of my league, and I try my hardest, but I know that me being me will never be enough for someone else. She's the best thing in my life, and I don't know what I'd do without her. She's so gorgeous and an amazing person, and I know that I absolutely don't deserve to have her. I'm fuck ugly and have very little interesting or desirable about me, so I have no idea why she would choose me.
I vomited during an interview with an ambassador. Today was my first interview as a journalist and it went so horribly wrong. A little context, it was with an ambassador and her deputy, and on top of everything my editor-in-chief was there too. I am currently trying to get promoted from part-time intern in our newspaper to a full-time journalist. So this interview was kinda important, and I quite literally mess it up. At some point of the conversation I felt extremely lightheaded. I started sweating and my hands were shaking a bit. I thought I am just hungry, because I haven't eaten anything through the day. I waited for it to pass, but it got worse, so I had to tell the others. The ambassador was extremely friendly and brought me some sweets to eat so my blood sugar will go high again. It didn't though. I still felt very sick, so they offered me to lay on the couch. I got up, went to the couch, sat down and just vomited all over myself. The embarrassment I felt and still feel is undescribable. Everyone tried to calm me down and tell me it's okay, but I just froze. I didn't take any part in the conversation from there on. And now hours later I can't get over that pathetic moment of mine. I am so embarrassed and annoyed that I blew up my chance to actually impress my editor. I embarrassed my newspaper and by now probably all of my colleagues know about it. Tomorrow I have to face my editor and apologize to him, and I don't know how I will do it.
Thank you all for watching. If you are interested, subscribe and watch other videos.